Okay, the time has come that we're going to give the quad cab a refresh. This thing, we put it together in 2018 was the last time I had it apart. And as you can see, it is getting a little bit tired. The headlights are a little foggy. I need some new headlights and it just needs a refresh. Like overall, just a lot of the firewall that I spray painted back in 2015, a lot of that stuff is chipping up. And we also have learned a lot of things since then. So like my front drive shaft loop is something I had welded to the frame. I want to cut that off and actually put the Firepunk drive shaft loop on. It's got two older AirDog 4Gs still from 2014. I'm going to take those off and put a new AirDog 5G on it, go to a single unit. Just go back to what we would normally build for a customer here in 2026. This is going to be kind of a multiple series project as I go through individually. We're going to pull the cab off and clean the whole frame up. I'm going to polish the exhaust, polish the drive shaft, get everything looking really nice. Going to powder coat everything, get it back to fresh and rewire it, get rid of the gauges, go digital. And eventually I'd like to put a ECU master standalone ECU on it. That will probably not happen before April when our first points race is, because we're going to race this thing in 670 index this year. First stage will be get the thing refreshed and back on the road, and then hopefully later this summer we can get the ECU master standalone ECU on it once Exergy is done with the development part of it. I want to show you one of my new favorite places here at Firepunk, and that is the wash bay. So this is something I have wanted for a long time, is a place to pull my vehicles in, clean it, and I'll be able to do this for customers. Work on a truck, you got the cab off, you got fingerprints on stuff, you can bring it in here, you can do a courtesy wash. We can also do two-stage paint correction. We can do ceramic coating. We teamed up with Jack's Wax. You can check this out. So Jack's Wax gave us a whole line of products, everything from interior cleaners to super citrus to tire shine. Lynn made a towel rack over here, so we've got all our drying towels and we can easily hang these things up. We've got softened water, we've got a water heater, we've got power washer, got the whole works. So got all these spray bottles. We're just looking forward to being able to add some detail services. So if you bring your truck to Firepunk and you're looking for paint correction or coating or just a simple wash, make sure you let Jared know and we can make it happen.
All right, guys, so you saw Levon explaining a little bit of the game plan we're going with the quad cab. I just wanted to give you some eye candy of what we started out with. This is what Levon came up with back in the day for DPC and his other drive shaft loop for the rear. We have since then came up with our own products that we want to integrate on this. So I'm going to be cutting off our old stuff. It's got a dual AirDog on it that we're going to go to the single 5G on. So showing you what we tore out of it, Levon pretty much had a, how do you want to call it, fuse panel set up in his battery box so he could relocate the battery to the bed and under the frame rail, just to make it look a little cleaner, but he wants to go back to having a battery in the engine bay. So I've been taking time to cut the wires out and take the time to actually know what goes where instead of just getting myself confused and starting all over. So I ended up taking the hood off, so have to find a way to get this pulled off, and then he's gonna get the grill repainted and it'll just be all fresh when we go back together with it. So you see I've already tackled a good bit of the wiring, getting it all cleaned out so I can pull the cab up on it, but I wanted to show you guys, Enforcer motors, the deck plates, they raise the head up about an inch, and you don't have to, but it makes it a lot easier to cut this cowl out. In the past, we didn't have these boxes that we welded in before, but now we can basically cut that out and weld in this box, which just makes it look a lot cleaner and almost looks like factory with it. It gives you a lot more room to be able to work on the engine rather than trying to fight the valve cover off. Gives you access to be able to pull push rods out, stuff like that.
All right, well, Tyler's got this thing cleaned up, and the frame actually cleans up really well on this thing. When I got it down this far, I started looking at it, and I'm probably not gonna be happy until I just do it right. So we're gonna just strip it down the rest of the way, go ahead and sandblast the frame, and then just paint it with automotive grade paint. That way it's just nice. I'm not gonna have enough time to get to the interior this year, so we'll probably just do the external stuff this time and race it for this summer, and then this winter I can get the interior redone the way I want to. But we're really just going through and adding all the Firepunk product lines like that our fabrication department makes currently. So Firepunk front drive shaft, the Q loop, the rear drive shaft loop, and then I'm going to do the bolt-on traction bars on this, mostly because I want to do proof of concept. We've been selling these, and I just get a lot of questions. People kind of doubt the concept on whether it's going to hold up. We've run these on our personal trucks, and I'm going to run it on mine, just basically prove that they hold up. And then also integrate the airbag air ride kit in the back. So we also want to do our lowering coils on this. I have run factory ride height on this in the past. On the front was just reverse level, so I'm going to do the Firepunk lowering coils on the front, and that takes about another 1.5 inches of ride height out of it. So we're going to do the drop shackles in the rear and take the one more leaf spring out of the back, and then I just use the airbags for leveling when I tow heavy. So that's kind of the basics. We've got shock tower deletes that we're going to put on it. Got to send everything out for polishing, powder coating. I think I've nailed down the color on the powder coating. Really thinking illusion purple. I don't know, I'm a sucker for purple if you can't tell. D&J has the engine almost back together. We have decided to go with the 6.7 piston bowl. That's the small bowl. I've always run wide bowl on this, but we have a lot of customers that are running a lot of nitrous, and we always push guys to go small bowl when you run a lot of nitrous. And because of that, I really want to optimize the small bowl setup to make a clean street driving setup as good as possible on fuel only. So I've been working with Exergy. They have a set of injectors they're putting together that I believe is going to be 6-hole. They're going to do some preliminary testing on that, but that'll be a new product line that we think we can come up with a setup that'll be a nozzle very similar to what we run on the Duster. That thing starts and idles clean. If we can kind of incorporate some of that technology into the street truck world, I think we can get a really good daily driver. Small bowl that I can still spray it with a lot of nitrous and whack a big number if I want to. So that's going to be all for this video. That gives us a good head start. We're going to get rolling on this, and then we'll keep you guys in the loop. I think about every couple weeks I'm going to be uploading an update on this. I have to have this thing ready for Rudy's in the middle of April. So we got a lot of work to do in a short amount of time, so stay tuned and hope you guys enjoy it.